It's the home of the condemned, designed to keep hardened convicts away from society.
Something strange is happening at one of South Africa's most secure prisons. Security at Kokstad Maximum Correctional Facility has been tightened, not because of riots, not because of an escape attempt, but because too many people are trying to visit one inmate. Not family, not lawyers, not ordinary citizens. People are asking, who are they? Why do they want access? And what exactly are they afraid of or trying to control? Tonight on Mzansi PoliScope, we're breaking down why this story matters far more than people realize. Welcome to Mzansi PoliScope, the channel where we analyze South African politics beyond the headlines. If you believe the justice system should be transparent, fair, and free from interference, subscribe and turn on notifications. This conversation is not comfortable, but it is necessary. Let's focus on the facts, because this is where the story begins. Security at Kokstad Maximum Correctional Facility, also known as Ebongweni Supermax, has been significantly increased, and this isn't routine. Sources confirm that the heightened measures follow a surge of visitors attempting to see inmate Vusi Cat Matlala, many of whom have no family ties or legal authorization. Some even reportedly tried to bring food and personal items, raising immediate security concerns. Prison officials acted swiftly, implementing stricter protocols, enhanced visitor screening, tighter monitoring at all entry points, and closer supervision of inmate movements. Only verified family members and authorized legal representatives are now allowed under closely controlled conditions. The facility's spokesperson emphasized that any attempts to smuggle goods or gain unauthorized access will result in serious consequences. Why is this significant? It's not common for one inmate to generate this level of outside interest, especially in a facility designed to isolate high-risk offenders from external influence. Experts suggest that these unusual attempts to reach Matlala could signal either protection, pressure, or even attempts to silence information he may hold. As South Africans watch closely, the situation highlights the delicate balance between security, transparency, and public intrigue. What's happening at Kokstad is far from standard. High-security facilities like Ebongweni Supermax are designed to isolate dangerous inmates and strictly limit outside access. Normally, visitors are closely vetted, personal items are banned, and movements are tightly controlled. The fact that Matlala suddenly attracted numerous visitors, many with unclear intentions, is highly unusual. Prison insiders describe these attempts to reach him as dubious, hinting that these are not merely curious citizens. Some are reportedly trying to influence, pressure, or even protect him, raising questions about what information or leverage Matlala might hold. The prison had to respond quickly to prevent potential breaches, showing that authorities perceive this as a real security risk rather than a routine procedural matter. Adding to the concern, this is not the first time Matlala's custody has been compromised. At his previous placement at Kgosi Mampuru II Correctional Center, a cell phone was discovered in his possession, proving that unauthorized communication channels were possible even in high-security conditions. All of this points to a larger question. Why is so much attention being directed at one inmate in a supermax prison? Whatever the motive, the unusual influx of visitors has forced the authorities to tighten security and highlight the tension between public interest and prison safety. Matlala's transfer from Kgosi Mampuru II to Kokstad Maximum Correctional Facility was not a routine procedure. It was a strategic move driven by security concerns. Sources indicate that correctional officials feared potential interference to investigations due to Matlala's access to unauthorized communication channels and the ease with which visitors could approach him. The discovery of a cell phone in his cell at Kgosi Mampuru highlighted vulnerabilities that could compromise ongoing investigations and evidence integrity. Kokstad, also known as Ebongweni Supermax, is designed to house the most high-risk inmates in South Africa, with strict monitoring of all inmate movements and interactions. Its purpose is clear: complete isolation from external influence, ensuring both security and the integrity of investigations. Yet, despite this move, the surge of visitors attempting to reach Matlala suggests that outside parties may still be interested in influencing him or accessing information he holds. This raises critical questions. Who are these people, and what do they stand to gain? Why are authorities reacting with such urgency if there is nothing sensitive at stake? The transfer underscores a larger tension between prison security and the influence of high-profile inmates, showing that even in the most secure facilities, the stakes remain high when powerful secrets and public curiosity collide. Beyond security concerns, Matlala's case has fueled speculation about connections to powerful figures in South Africa's political and business landscape. While nothing has been proven in court, public discourse frequently links him to high-ranking officials, state contracts, and alleged corruption networks. His previous business dealings, especially those involving government tenders, have led many to ask, what does he know, and who might be at risk if he speaks? These suspicions have intensified due to the sudden surge of visitors at Kokstad, many of whom have unclear motives. Experts suggest this could indicate attempts to protect, influence, or silence Matlala, raising serious questions about the broader implications for governance and accountability. Matlala's high-profile status, combined with his access to sensitive information, creates a situation where anything could happen inside prison walls. Observers point to his previous cell phone incident at Kgosi Mampuru as evidence that controlling communications in high-security facilities is not always foolproof. This context forces South Africans to consider the broader picture. Is this about safety and procedure, or does it point to an attempt to control information that could implicate influential individuals? The lack of clarity keeps the public engaged, questioning and debating, making Matlala one of the most scrutinized inmates in the country today. The situation at Kokstad has sparked widespread concern across South Africa. When an inmate like Vusi Cat Matlala attracts unusual attention, unauthorized visitors, attempted deliveries, and constant media scrutiny, the public naturally asks, could something go wrong? South Africans have seen instances where high-profile inmates faced intimidation, tempered evidence, or even threats to their safety. With Matlala reportedly holding knowledge of alleged corruption networks and sensitive government dealings, the fear that anything can happen is not unfounded. Experts argue that prisons housing high-profile figures always face unique risks, even in the most secure facilities. Authorities have insisted that their tightened security measures are temporary but necessary to protect both Matlala and the integrity of ongoing investigations. Yet, the surge in visitors raises serious questions. Are these people trying to influence him, pressure him, or silence him? And if so, how deep could their networks reach outside the prison walls? This environment, a mix of secrecy, public curiosity, and potential political pressure, creates an atmosphere of tension and speculation. For the public, the stakes are clear. The safety of the inmate, the integrity of the justice system, and the accountability of those in power are all intertwined, making this a story that South Africans are watching closely. Now we leave the questions with you, the viewers. Kokstad maximum security has never seen this level of attention around a single inmate. Mystery visitors, tightened security, and the sudden focus on Matlala have sparked national curiosity and legitimate concern. Ask yourself, who are these visitors really? Are they trying to protect him, pressure him, or silence him? Why would so many people risk interacting with one inmate in South Africa's highest security prison? These are questions that go beyond curiosity. They hint at a deeper story about influence, power, and information that some may want contained. As South Africans, this is a moment to reflect on the balance between public transparency and prison security. Matlala's case is not just about one man. It's about the systems in place, the vulnerabilities exposed, and the potential political and legal implications that ripple far beyond prison walls. So, we want to hear from you. Drop your thoughts in the comments, debate respectfully, share responsibly, and make sure to subscribe to Mzansi PoliScope for updates on this and other stories that matter. Remember, some secrets don't stay hidden for long, but only if people ask the right questions.